Oh, we're recording.
Rohan and Karen
Nice.
can't hear us, they said.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I want her to hear us.
I mean, I'll be like, turn the volume up. Should I write that back? Turn the volume up.
Or touch the volume button so it's not.
I don't mean to sound obvious, but I usually start with the simple things first, even though who knows.
Okay, I got it now.
Hey.
Was it the
Good,
volume?
good.
I don't know. I got on settings and then I clicked something.
All right.
Well,
you figured it
sometimes-
out. We knew that you would.
I did a bunch of clicks one time and I deleted my whole computer.
Oh.
I was no joke. I was trying to close it. They're like, "Do you want anything?" I was like, "Yeah, close." And then like everything was wiped off the entire computer. Luckily I didn't need a whole lot of it. But,
Oh dear. Can you please, Trevor, move that shadow on the right corner of the pit? Ah,
was it
thank
me?
you.
I think it was me.
It was you. I knew that it was, but it's all good.
Oh, was it over my left shoulder?
It was.
Lucky Charms, Lucky Charms.
Yes. Look.
Oh my gosh, we should draw Lucky Charms. I brought my Lucky Charms hat.
St. Patrick's
Oh,
Day. Oh, you guys need to pinch me. I'm not wearing green. My bad.
Well, it's all right. It's still kind of early. It's supposedly, I think St. Patrick's Day is on Thursday, so I'm just like ahead of the game because it's like I never used to like St. Patrick's Day until I really started to like spring. And then it just coincides with spring. And now St. Patrick's Day is my favorite holiday because I get to, and I was like really before I started gardening, like I garden now and I grow stuff. And the springtime is when it all starts to happen.
I
For
got a
twist.
drawing book and now I only draw Sonics on it, really.
What do you draw on it?
Sonics.
What is
What
a
is-
Sonic?
Do you know who Sonic is?
Like Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah,
Yes.
Sonic the Hedgehog, the little blue dude.
Dude, oh, I drew so many of them. I don't know why.
It's all right. You can sometimes
show
it's
us?
good to draw, like be compelled to draw something.
Rohan, could you show us?
Let's see if it shows up in the chat. He said no.
Rohan said no. Rohan and Kieran said no, which is fine.
We're not going to get to see it.
It's okay.
Whatevs. Okay, so you guys want to start doing, so this is like a little bit of a cheat because this is what we did in the last class, is like the high school group, and we're going to use some of the same images. I never draw the same thing twice, so it's always going to change, but we have this field of shamrocks. Then I have this image that has like all these gold coins in it, and we could draw the gold coins. It's also a pot of gold. I was going to draw a pot of gold, and then I just drew the coins so big that they couldn't, like the pot of gold couldn't really fit. Like maybe I could do it down here. Could like, that doesn't even really work. Anyway, I was like,
Anyway, I know who Sonic is now. Just
you
wanted
looked
to
him up?
tell you that. Yes.
and then the other thing that we can do is a leprechaun. So I didn't draw a leprechaun in this, but I kind of want to. So we could draw a leprechaun. I did it in my earlier class and they did really well. Well, the one girl did really well. So we can do a leprechaun, we can do shamrocks, we can do gold, and then we can do, this is this amazing Gaelic high, it's called a high cross. And it's a type of cross that has this inlaid circle around it. And the circle is called a nimbus. So anyway, it's just an Irish and Scottish tradition that goes back like, I don't know, like 1200 years or something.
I'm
actually
Scottish.
nice. So Liam, there was a tradition of like carving these like tall stone friezes that had like a bunch of like pre-Christian like symbols on them that they actually don't know necessarily what they mean. But then Christianity came to the region and then they just integrated the ideas of the Bible's teachings with the pre-existing stone carving tradition, and that's how they came up with these.
I think those are
designs.
Celtic runes or something.
Yeah, they're based on Celtic ruins.
Is this just the warm up?
Nope, this is we're just gonna go for it. I'm just kidding. We'll do a warm-up, but I think the way that I've been, so these are some of the Celtic ruins actually. Here's an actual ruin. Like some like little monastery building from like 1100 or whatever.
Yeah, with the piece that you just depicted to the immediate left of the mausoleum.
Yeah. Yes, the high cross. There's another ruin, really beautiful, and there's another cross. So a lot of the they turned into like tombstones, you know, and monuments. This is a sweet one. This is in the earliest traditions, they were on big tall columns. So the crosses were carved into these like columns of wood or columns of stone. And then ultimately they started carving the stone into the cross. And that happened a little bit later. That happened like 1100 and on. And then there was this thing called the Celtic Revival in like the 19th century. And a lot of these interlace patterns became super popular.
That's a Celtic band. Wait, if you go back a picture, those little ringlet things on the sides, those are Celtic bands.
Nice.
And yeah, those things on the sides, didn't we draw that once?
I think we might have. Yeah. Some of them like, you know, give these like interesting like vine, you know, it's like a solid framed out cross and then this like more organic like vine growing. And that's where like a lot of the interlace concepts come from, is like overlapping foliage, you know, leaves and vines and different like growths.
Can we draw a pie?
A pie, like 3.1.
Definitely not. No.
Because it's Pi Day.
Because everybody wants to make me hungry. Oh my
Stacey,
God.
everyone's trying to make you.
We ate pie yesterday.
Yum.
Anyway, so I just wanted to show you some of the ruins and some of these old Celtic crosses that we might not even get to it. The last one that we did in the last class, we drew it in like 7 minutes because we had so many other things to go for. Anyway, you want to see what I look like on a boat drinking coffee?
Yes. Oh,
That's me on a boat with a painting.
with your reflection.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you know I'm in the water.
Oh, well, of course. I like it.
This was a lesson that we did. Remember when we did did we do the ducks in the grass?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So this is this is the one I did with another class, and I put myself on the boat. Anyway, it was fun. Okay, so here's one leprechaun. Here's another leprechaun. We might be able to draw. You want to see? And then there's a picture
Let's
of me.
do that one.
You like this one?
Oh my gosh.
Yes. That's why isn't it?
That's
focus?
quite a face.
That's not focusing.
No, it's not.
There
There
it
you go.
goes. That's me next to a leprechaun drawing. I made a leprechaun drawing.
You
So that's
did.
it.
And
This is
let's,
proof.
Do you still have it?
This is proof that I can teach you how to draw the leprechaun.
let's see the other one with you in it.
Oh yeah, I think that one's in here. There's the pot of gold. Recognize that pot. Recognize that rainbow. Boom, boom, boom. This is not how rainbows actually work, by the way. Rainbows, because of their arch and because of the phenomenon of like the water, the light refracting, there's not a part of the rainbow that's further away and then one that's closer. Like that doesn't happen like that. But for our purposes, it looks really good. And it looks almost like a rainbow bridge, which I love. This is probably more accurate. And then I blended out those colors. Here's this one has some nice gold coins. Those are like, and they got reflections, they're shiny, there's like light yellow, dark yellow, orange, brown. There's like lots of cool colors in there. That's what I based my gold coins off of. Again, who knows if we're going to get to it. We have so much to do. There's a 4-leaf clover, which was super fun to draw. That was like the third one that we're going to do. Notice that the petals here are like almost like ovals. Yeah, they're bilaterally symmetrical. They have a middle vein for sure, but they're more oval.
The thing in the middle is like a circle.
Yes, well, that's what was so funny. We were talking about that in another class. Like in one sense, this looks like a circle, like it bands all together like a ring. But then if you look at it another way, it looks like a square. Do you see the square part too?
Yeah.
So I think I think it's half. Like I think it's like a square. It's like a rounded square or a squared circle.
And it also makes me think a little bit of lightning bolts.
Oh yeah. You know what else it reminds me of? Have you ever seen this ink spot? Have you ever like seen people like take paint and then they put some paint on one side on the piece of paper and then nothing on the other, and then they fold it in half and they squish it.
Yes.
They like open it back up again. It's like a pretty design that's symmetrical. I feel like that's what these are doing too, in a way.
It looks like a square with rounded edges.
Correct. Yeah, and it's like, where are they rounded? You know what I mean? Like these look like they're definitely corners. I mean, it comes in and turns the corner, but that'll be a fun one to draw because of the square circle in the middle. This one is really pretty. This is like 3 hearts. This shamrock is like way curvier. See how like there's like one bulge on this side, the other bulge on that side. And it really looks like a heart. Whereas these, they feel like more like discs or like tongues or something. Like it's not, I guess that these two kind of look a little bit like hearts, but here these are like totally hearts. And I think they're particularly beautiful. So if you guys have like colors, like color pencils, it might be good to get them because we can practice with like a lot of greens, and like almost all the greens work. Like sometimes yellow greens are good, sometimes blue greens are good, sometimes just like Kelly green, green greens, emerald green. And then this is a good example of how all the greens work. And we started with this one in the other project. You know, some of the greens are light green, some are dark green, some are blue green, some are yellow green. And these have raindrops all over them, or like dewdrops, which is kind of cool.
It makes them look shiny, kind of.
Yeah, it does. And I like that. I like it shiny. All right, so I'm going to turn to a fresh page. I have a couple different ideas. One of the themes that I did before, remember when we were drawing the what was it, the boats and the geese? We started with the grass on the bottom, then we went up to the lawn, then we went up to the water, then we went up to the bank on the other side of the water. We kind of like marched back into space. I think I'm going to kind of do that here. I'm going to make like a ground that's like full of clovers, and then I'm going to put a pot of gold and a leprechaun and maybe a Celtic cross, and then in the sky we'll do like rainbow and clouds. Does that sound good? Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and then so just on this bottom layer I'm going to practice making 4-leaf clovers, and sometimes you can draw them really fast. We'll just see. I think we'll be all right. Is that too close? Too close. Too close. Make those a little bigger, Okay, so some of them might overlap, some of them might not. Who knows? Does everybody have some sharp pencils? Hold on. Plug your ears. I have to sharpen these pencils. So use
Okay. Come here, Bill.
that green. Oh, there's like 2 more. Got this green.
Hello. Hello.
And I'm gonna do a light green as well. Ooh, I got one more. Sorry. And then I'm gonna do this green. Okay, so honestly, when we're drawing, oh, am I recording, by the way?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay, good.
I got very
So as
nervous.
we're drawing with the 4-leaf clovers, part of the ways that you can make them different is by making them different sizes. Another way that you can make them different is by overlapping them. So one can overlap another. And then another way of doing it is making them different greens. So we want to make them all look like clovers. So they all have to have the same type of petals, and they've got to be kind of, some can be some big, some can be small, but they can't be like you can't have like a teeny one and then like a huge one. So, I mean, you could, of course, and you can do anything you want, but they're all somewhat about the same size with little variations. And so let's just try it. Let's just see if we can get like this nice lawn of, like a foundation of clovers. So
The other thing that you can see.
Oh yeah, what's that, Stace?
The other thing that you can see, and a really good example of this is right in the middle, that the further back you go in drawing these clovers, the more hazy they are.
Yeah.
They're not as sharp or crisp.
That's true too. So yeah, maybe you can make some lighter and some darker, and make some fuzzier and some crisper. Okay, so the way I was starting them is by starting with a point in the middle, and that is like where they all have to meet. So every petal has to meet there. So, each petal has like a center line, and it has like this heart-shaped side. So it's a center of the vein, and then it curves, and then it comes down. So everybody, you should be drawing right now. So this is one petal. And then we need 2 more. So I don't know if would it be faster if we added 2 middle sections? Now the other hard part, which I don't think it's hard, but all the petals on each particular shamrock, the petals need to be almost identical, like almost the same size. So different shamrocks can be different sizes, but all of the petals on one shamrock need to be close to the same size. One of the ways that I found that you can make it the same size is the line that you make in the middle, that is about the same size. So the length of it, and the way you can mark off the end of the length is by putting a little knot, like a little arrow. And that arrow is what gives you the, the heart-shaped part. The other way that you can distinguish between each petal is that, the petal that has the middle vein, those have smaller veins that come off just like a leaf. And these are, I think, leaves, but they're different. It's not like a leaf on a tree. It's like somewhere in between a flower and a leaf. Okay, so I'm gonna try another one. Say you did bad the first time, who cares? There's gonna be like 100 of these things. So just keep going. We'll do a center point, and then I'm gonna do the middle line, and I'm gonna do my heart shape over here, do my heart shape over here. So I'm kind of happy with that petal. Now the challenge is like, how am I gonna make these other 2 petals like look exactly the same? Well, it starts with the keeping it the right size vein in the middle. And it's like sometimes the shamrock.
Can you go a little slower? I missed some of it.
Okay, yeah, sure. So I started with a center point, and then I moved through the middle of the heart. It's not hearts don't have, unless it's like a broken heart. Have you ever seen that? I'll just draw this. It's a little sad face, but I'll fix it later. So say you draw a heart that's like this, and then you draw like a zigzag, like it's a broken heart, like, oh no, I'm sad. That center there is basically the middle of it's like you're drawing a heart, but you're drawing a line through the middle of it. Now I can just fill out this heart and make it happy again and whole. So you don't have to worry, it's not actually a broken heart.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I know.
I was feeling a little upset about the broken.
I mean, that's what's amazing about it. It is like a powerful symbol. I mean, and feeling the sense of like a broken heart is like, you know, no one likes that. Anyway, so then each shamrock has 3 hearts. So we're gonna go, and so the middle of that heart, I'm trying to get about the same size. So in the middle, and then I do a heart here, and do a heart there. If the sizes of the hearts are a little bit different, like who cares? They're so flexible. This is basically fun. And one of the things I did find is when I do the veins off the middle petal, you can do that in one color, and then you can shade it in a different color. So you get like a combination of greens. And it's just 2 color greens on this one. This is so funny because this one, you can see the stem over here, and this one here, you can see the stem on the shamrock. So don't forget the stem. The image that we're using here, we're like looking at a patch. Yeah, we're looking at an entire cluster. We're above looking down, so you don't really see that many. You don't see that many stems, but it doesn't mean they're not there.
Excuse me. You know, I had my pattern and I was rolling one behind the other and I just kind of lost my pattern. It's kind of odd.
So I'm going to draw one more. I think at least one more over here. Let's switch colors. A heart this way. And you really get good at drawing hearts all the same size. That's the other trick too. You might use like a really dark line on the outside, and then with the same color, shade it in, but shade it in lightly. So even though you're not using 2 different greens, you're using the same green in 2 different ways. One way is with a dark line, and the other with a light. So if you only had 1 green, you could still do it. You could still do it. I didn't think about that. I'm gonna try and make. Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna try and make a big one, but then.
Mr. Trevor,
Yeah.
can you stop? Because I realized that I was drawing in the wrong book, and now I need to restart.
Okay, you can restart. Do you want me? Did you say we need me to stop though? What I was telling people is, once you've drawn one, once you look at the page, the whole screen, what you come to find out is that you're like, oh, well, now I know how to draw shamrocks. So, before I was like looking at a shamrock and then copying it, looking at a shamrock and copying it. This one, watch this. I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna do the center point. I'm gonna do the middle lines. Then I'm gonna draw hearts around each middle line.
Mine do not look good.
Um,
Are you trying to follow what Mr. Twist just gave the example of?
you wanna hold
Yeah.
it up? Let me see it. Hold it up. Let me make everybody bigger. I couldn't see.
It's really light green, so you kind of have to like, kind of like pin. It's, I don't know.
I'd just say keep trying. I mean, if you can draw a heart, you can draw a shamrock. Like 1 heart, 2 hearts, And then you don't even need any more than that. I think the hard part might be getting all the hearts for each shamrock to be the same size.
Yeah, for every shamrock. Yeah.
I kind of want to draw a big one now. I'll just keep going. 1 heart. 2 hearts. 3 hearts. Stem. Yay. These stems are awesome. Sorry, I don't mean to freak out. I didn't do very many stems on the other one. Maybe I made them too thick.
Stems on this
think-
or the other.
I think my stems on the other one might have been too thick.
It didn't come to mind when I was looking at them.
Oh, that's what we need to do. All right,
What's that?
so we got to draw the 4-leaf one.
Oh, yes.
And Liam, check that you might like how I do the 4-leaf clover one. Let me just switch over. I might make the 4-leaf clover bigger than all the rest of them. Does have to go this way. There it goes. Okay. So yeah, you can keep this on the same paper or you can put it on a different sheet of paper, but remember before when I was like, they're more like ovals. What I decided to do on this 4-leaf clover, I can draw 1 oval. I can draw 2 ovals. I can draw 3 ovals. And then 4 ovals. And they're all slightly
I
overlapping.
already did the 4-leaf clover.
Okay. Did you do it this way though? Did you use the ovals?
No.
Okay. So because there's an oval, each petal has a little stem. So I did this little cross in the middle. And then I'm drawing this one, and then I'm drawing this one. And then I'm drawing this one. And then I don't know if you noticed, but this is the one that has the curved cross. Or the squared circle. So I'm putting in my little square in each zone. It doesn't stand out as much for some reason. Give that guy a stem. Nice. All right, it's 1:03. Class is half over. We have to switch over. We got to do something. Should we do a rainbow or should we do the pot of gold or should we do the leprechaun?
Out of gold.
Do we have to do something like that? Can we just do something that's not like something like this?
Like Sonic.
Sonic the leprechaun? I mean, we could try that. We
No.
could try to make so-
No.
all you have to do is take instead of drawing Sonic that blue, draw Sonic but make him green and put this hat on him.
No. Okay. No.
Let's make Sonic. I mean, I think we should make Sonic the leprechaun.
No. Yes, let's do that actually.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
The Sonic the Leprechaun.
Sonic the Leprechaun.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna draw this pot of gold though. All right, so here we go. I'm going to draw one coin close up, and I'm gonna draw a bunch of small coins. And this is the problem with my last one. I'm gonna draw a big coin right here.
I just drew a Fortnite character.
Do it. I mean, you can draw whatever you want. This is your
No,
this is your
Can you
art
draw
class.
my character too, so I can copy off of you?
I don't believe in Fortnite. I think Fortnite is bad for the brain. So ethic, morally, I can't draw it. But you can draw it. I mean, you can make all that. You can draw whatever you want. Okay, so here we go. This is how to do the gold coin. You have to draw an ellipse, which is this line. It is basically a circle seen from the side. Okay, that's the outer rim. And if I zoom in here, you guys can totally see this. So then you have to do the inner rim, which is what I did at the bottom here. So you do this inner rim to the coin. And this isn't like a real coin. You have to draw something that represents a coin. And so we do the outer rim, inner rim, looks like a halo. And then we do the side of the coin. And in my world, like I'm thinking of a quarter, and the quarter has ridges on the side. And this is where it becomes like kind of 3D. And this isn't even the fun part. Like I'm telling you, the fun part is when you get to color it, all the gold colors. So in the same way that we were using lots of different colored greens for the shamrocks, you can use lots of different yellows, oranges, and all these other gold colors to fill in. And it looks so much like gold coins because the drawing of the coin is actually pretty good, in that whenever anybody sees it, they're like, yeah, that's a coin. And then when you color it gold, it's just like unmistakable. That's how you get it on a larger scale. And then it's way easier to draw the gold coins when they're at a small scale. So you just go like circle, ellipse, ellipse, thickness, thickness, ellipse. And then in the same way that the shamrocks build up pretty quickly, the coins build up pretty quickly. If you're slow and steady about it, hold on, hold your ears. I gotta start. It's so loud. And you try to get all of the parts. And again, the parts are outer rim, inner rim, side view. Outer
When
rim.
you gonna start drawing the bucket?
It's a good point. So in the same way that the shamrocks, the outer ones aren't overlapping,
Wait, is there Trevor?
then you overlap them. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You add the coins, and then you have to figure out where once you start amassing your gold coin
Now you just
pile.
taught me to draw coins. I could just draw a whole paper full of them.
Say it again.
Now that I know how to draw coins, I could just draw a whole paper full of them.
Exactly. And you'd be surprised. A lot of times the things that you draw wind up coming into your life. Like this hat, for example, I drew a hat that was like this, and then I found it at the supermarket and bought it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Stacy, don't you remember?
No.
All right, hold on. Anyway, so this is my pot of gold. And Rohan and Kieran were like, you need to draw the pot of gold. So I'm gonna keep adding gold coins to this. And if I made my rim of the gold, I should probably, I too late for that, but I can make my pot really big. And then I do the lip of the cauldron. And then just like an hourglass, it's going to pinch in at the neck. So we go lip, then we do neck, and then we're going to do the belly, or the the body of the cauldron.
Should we color in the belly of it just like with pencil?
Yeah, I mean, we should make it black. I feel like it's like a cast iron. It's like cast iron. I think these were way more common when people were cooking at home a lot more and cooking over a fire. Like the cauldron is like held up over a fire, and then you put food in there and you can cook out all the bacteria or the germs or whatever. Unfortunately, let me zoom. It's not unfortunate, but I guess you can kind of see it now. When in the small scheme, it didn't really work, but there is this beautiful handle. And I think the handle is very much like the coin, in that there's like an outer rim and an inner rim. And that becomes the loop that the person can hold on either sides, or they can put like a big stick in there and hold it, lift it up, if it's cooking or whatever. But yeah, that's the thing. You have this like handle, which is very characteristic of these cast iron pots that so often are shown on St. Patrick's Day for when, that hold the leprechaun's gold.
Is today St. Patrick's Day?
No, I think it's Thursday. So this week I've been doing St. Patrick's Day themed stuff. St. Patrick's Day is one of my best friends' birthdays. So, and it means that spring is right around the corner. Whoa, that's weird. Look how washed out my the paper is. I think it's interesting. So just for the record, the exposure on the camera is how much light gets let in. And because it's focused on my phone and it's a dark object, it had to let in more light in order to see what's going on in the dark area. Because it let in so much light, now my paper is all washed out. So you don't get to see the details. My paper hasn't changed at all. It has to do with the camera and the camera's settings. And since we're drawing the handle right now, it's a good idea that it's focused on that. But all cameras are like that. And depending on when you take the picture, the setting on the camera is either set to read what's in the dark areas, or it's set to read what's in the light areas. So part of being a good photographer is knowing how to adjust the settings.
So what's interesting,
yeah, what's that, Stace?
when you zoomed in, I was able to see the reflection of your camera.
Oh, wow. Yes. Cool. I'll go back to the video and look at that. All right, I'm going to fill this in. So the fun part about, art and is like, if you like coloring books, the artist creates their own coloring book and then color, with the art, with the lines, and then colors it in. So I'm adding all these extra coins that are behind the coins that I drew originally. So they're overlapped. So I'm making this big pile of coins.
No.
Ooh, this pot of gold rules. Yeah, and then a little word about gold. I think gold gets associated with greed sometimes, and like royalty and kings and kind of things that are somewhat like not American. But gold itself as a material is just so miraculous. It's beautiful. It's like the same. It looks like the sun. It's like the color of the sun, which is very majestic and life-giving. And it's also, it doesn't tarnish. So it's essentially the only metal that if you put it in the ground and come back in 1,000 years, it has not gotten damaged at all. So gold stays, it's not subject to damage with water. It doesn't oxidize. And so it's permanent. So whenever you have gold, you can melt it. It stays the same. You can reshape it in other forms. You can make it into coins. You can make it into sculpture. You can make it into jewelry. And it will last for 1,000 generations. So your great grandkids will have the same piece of gold, that you do when you pass it down. And even if you have like a classic car, imagine if you had like a Mustang and you wanted to pass that on, the thing will rust. And you can, does somebody have their hand up? Sorry. Did you have a question? Yeah.
My grandma gave me she used like a lot of gold, and she and her husband's rings, and they made me a gold bracelet.
Oh, isn't it so
nice.
beautiful?
It's really shiny.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of the most beautiful things to see.
It's real gold.
Yeah. My grandmother for my first communion gave me like I think it said it was like 14 carats. So it was like had a 14K on it. So it was real gold, but there's like 18 karat gold and 24 karat gold. So a lot of times gold is really flexible. It's not very strong. So they'll mix other metals into it to make it stronger. Sometimes nickel. There's a thing called green gold that nickel is mixed into it, and like just so it's a lot stronger and sturdier.
My grandma gave me that bracelet because in our family we have a tradition when you turn like a certain year of like years old, you get like a necklace or a bracelet. My sister has like that has like a purple diamond.
Wow.
Nice. That's so sweet.
Yeah, that's great.
I got it when I was like 4 or 5.
And like I said, you'll be able to keep that for your whole life, and then you'll be able to give it to your granddaughter.
So,
Sorry, I also just noticed that there's some like grass on the ground. So, and not only is there grass on the ground, but there's also gold on the ground. So I think it could be fun to put one of these gold coins, like it's as if they're like the pot is overflowing.
Liam, you were also saying when the Viking clans came to Scotland, did you say they made a lot of ruins?
Yeah, a lot of ruins.
Well, I think that what they built became ruins over time.
Yeah.
That's my understanding.
Well, yeah, I mean, when they built them, they were regular houses, and then after
Right.
100 years, they fell apart. All right, cool. So I added some grass. I don't know if we should add like baby clovers. What if I add like little baby clovers down here? Can't tell if that looks good or not. But the next thing we want to start thinking about is the Sonic the Rainbow. I don't know if you've ever drawn Sonic the Rainbow. He is a hedgehog who has rainbow spikes for his hair.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's legit. It's
It's a
legit.
real thing?
I don't know if it is real now, but it could be in the future. You could make it real.
Did you make it?
But what I would say is if we wanted to do the rainbow, you got to pick out your brightest colors of each thing. So I've got my bright red, my bright orange, my bright yellow, my bright green, my bright blue, my bright
I
indigo.
don't really have enough space for a rainbow.
No, really?
I've filled out my page a lot.
Well, remember, you can do a rainbow behind something.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. No, watch this.
Right?
I'm gonna make the world's smallest rainbow as a practice. All right, there's one. There's 2. There's 3. Now there's green. I'm running out of room. You're right.
I found out a space to make my rainbow.
Oh, nice. There's always a way to. There's always a solution.
I've drawn a rainbow way smaller than that
What? When?
a long time ago.
Well, I guess it's not the world's smallest, but it is my smallest rainbow that I've ever drawn.
Mine was like not even a centimeter. It was way smaller than a centimeter.
I don't even have those skills. But if I practice, I'm gonna get micro rainbow skills. Okay, so that's my micro rainbow. Micro rainbow. That's with a Baltimore accent. It's a rainbow, hon. But I can't resist. All right, people, here it comes. Whew. I'm not scared, but I'm excited. All right, so I'm gonna make the rainbow exactly. I don't know if you guys can see this, but whenever you have your own wrist and your own hands, like you look at my picture, look at my face, like your wrist has an axis, meaning like you can use your wrist to make arcs. So you can actually like, it's almost like a compass. You can't go like 360 degrees, but you can do a lot of arches, with your wrist. So I'm gonna make my rainbow a perfect arch with my wrist. I think it might make it easier to draw. There's red. Now here's orange. I'm trying to make my life easier. It's a pot of gold. Yellow. Maybe that, is it yellow strong enough? I might accentuate that yellow. Green.
I'm finished with my rainbow.
Dag, hold on. So recently, guys, I got a new set of color pencils, and they have what's called a blender. And there's a color, it comes with a color pencil set, and you can blend your color pencils without changing the color. Like it's just like a clear wax, I think, and it smooths out all the colors.
Can I start drawing a leprechaun?
Yeah, we got to start the leprechaun because we are running out of time. All right, I'm gonna blend it.
How about we all have a challenge? Who can draw the best leprechaun, and we can show them next week.
Okay, that sounds so good. The leprechaun challenge is on.
I don't think I'm gonna be here next week.
Oh, dear.
You can email it. Have your parents email it to the school. You can still do the leprechaun challenge though.
Do we have to, or is it optional?
You have to. If you don't, then you will get an F. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, guys. There's no grades in here. You can do whatever you want. Because
You don't get grades for art.
well, it's, I mean, it's something you do sometimes, like in some grades, but not this grade, not this class. But I mean, you guys are homeschooled, so maybe you don't get grades in art. I don't know. I was in college, I got graded. In high school, I got graded too. Actually, I
I'm
think
not old enough to get graded. Only my sister gets graded. She says it's a nightmare.
I mean, it does. It's not. It doesn't feel good sometimes to get judged. But at the same time, like what I found is like, if you're really tracking progress, whatever you want to really improve on, if you measure it, it helps. Having the data, like the measurability, does help one improve, like across the board, not even in school, just like anything. Like if you're trying to like improve some factor in your life, start measuring it and you get in more control. And you usually are able to, it's like a phenomenon, like you're actually able to get your desired results through measurement. Anyway, that's just, it goes for financial things, it goes for, you know, dietary things, it goes for you know, physical fitness.
We only have
Lots of
6
things.
minutes left, so if we kind of want to draw a leprechaun, I think we have to do it now.
I agree.
Because we can finish our rainbow later. Because
Yeah, 12:24.
A long time ago, I was drawing this rainbow and I still haven't finished.
Oh my gosh, I remember that. I think you did it in this class, didn't you?
Huh?
Was it in this class that you did it?
No, I did it a
No,
long
it's
time
not.
ago. I'm not done yet.
Cool. Well, you should put, maybe that needs to have a leprechaun underneath it.
Oh, I can draw the pot of gold under it.
Yeah. Do a pot of gold on one end or underneath it, for sure.
Let me bookmark this page.
Question is, should we draw just the face or should we do the body too?
just the face floating in the pot of gold.
Just the face.
Like, oh, what if we made a pile of golden coins with his head sticking out of them? Like his body was buried in golden coins.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
I've only done 3 colors of my rainbow.
Yeah, you're fine. We got the you know what a rainbow looks like. I know because I just saw your drawing.
I just drew a clover on fire.
Yeah, what caused the fire?
I don't know. Acid falling from the sky.
All right, so I did 2 circles.
It fell from the sky and it had too much friction.
I did 2 circles for the eyes. And then this is the funny part. So I'm doing 2 circles for the iris as he's looking to the right.
I always do this.
The crazy part about this is that you have to like save the white spot. There's a highlight in the eye. You really have to draw.
I do this. I sharpen a pencil, so it's easier to do the highlight.
Yes. Or not draw on the highlight. You're trying to not draw on the white part. All right. So he's got 2 circles for his eyes. Then he's got a super rounded nose. So we're going to do the nose. And that's obviously in the middle. You go a little bit of space underneath the nose. And you can draw the smiley face. You don't want to make.
My brother was the one who wanted to draw the leprechaun, and now he's not doing it.
So, I mean, if that, I could imagine that might be annoying for you, but it's still okay. In between the nose, or right underneath the nose, you got to get the smile. And you can tell how nice this leprechaun is. He seems like a very nice leprechaun.
Aw.
He's got some rosy cheeks, which are some ovals, which is kind of cute. Ovals. And then I'm going to do some eyebrows.
Fast.
I know, but we only have 2 minutes.
Well, we could just have an extra time.
We could. What color should I do for the eyebrows? Uh-oh.
You got it. Like a brownish red.
A reddish, a dirty red. The eyebrows are kind of interesting. The bottoms of them are just like a curve, and then it's the tops that or indicating some, fluffiness, which I think is hilarious. And those eyebrows, believe it or not, they come in front of the hat. So the eyebrows are going to be in front of the hat. Not saying that you should put the hat in there. The fun part about the face.
Draw that line, the green line.
I think, I think it's important. I drew that for my own peace of mind. But the next line, I think, is going to be the funniest line of the entire piece. And interestingly, it's the same shape as the cast iron pot of gold. So watch this. I'm going to draw the line, which is the edge of his face, but is also the bottom of the top of the beard. So his face ends, and then just like the eyebrows, where the bottom part was smooth and the top was fluffy, the face is smooth, and then the hair is fluffy. This is so funny. And then you can color those in. I guess, we looked at this in the very beginning, but I guess the ears are pointy because he's kind of an elf. The leprechauns are not obviously real, but the spirit of them might exist. Anyway, you got to get the ears in there.
Hold on, you're going too fast.
I am so fast.
Maybe he's not going too fast. Maybe you're going too slow.
That's the thing. Or maybe I'm going at exactly the right pace.
You're going too fast.
I'm ready for the next step.
Cool, dude. All right. So the hat itself really has three parts. It has the brim, which is like this bowl shape. Then it has the belt. Then it has the top part, the top hat. The chimney. It's called a stove top, right? Or chimney top. I don't know. So the first part is the brim. So the bottom of the brim is the line that we put, behind the eyebrows, and then the top of the brim starts from behind the ears, and then it wiggles around all the way to the ear on the other side. That is the brim. And what separates the brim, which is the felt, from the top hat portion is the belt. So you could even draw the top hat portion even in green. And then you can kind of wrap this belt buckle around it. So the belt buckle.
I don't have enough to draw the hat fully.
That's okay. You can make it a small hat. It's got a golden belt buckle, and then it's got a leather strap for the belt. So it's a nice kind of follow-up to the gold. So wherever you're using whatever color you use for your gold coins, you want to kind of use the same one for the buckle of the belt. And then we got to do the leather strap, which is easy because it's just coloring it in.
Okay, you're going way too fast.
Because I'm a genius.
Yeah, but you're also going way too fast.
No, I can be a genius in slow motion.
Oh my, mine kind of looks like a clown. Very
Yeah.
one.
I feel like that's probably similar vibes. I think clowns are similar to leprechauns.
Clowns are creepier.
Definitely creepier.
like the cute ones. Like the other ones are just like creepy.
I mean, I've seen clowns that are done well. You know what I mean? But they're very rare. I don't particularly like clowns. I don't have a fear of clowns. I don't find them very entertaining. I think that's the thing. It's like they were supposed to be entertaining, and it's like it was from an earlier time, which doesn't really register anymore to me. Like, you know how it's like jokes, it's like, yeah, it's old. Like, it was funny, but I've heard it too many times. I feel like that's what a clown is.
Okay, this guy's hat is on fire.
Well, is there anything in your picture that's not on fire? A
His
leprechaun?
face and all that.
Well, my leprechaun's face is on fire.
My leprechaun looks a little pasty, like his face was covered in mayonnaise.
I
Oh,
already drew the clover. You have to draw the clover on his hat.
I thought I was going too fast.
Now I'm going too fast.
I'm gonna give him a 4-leaf clover.
oh, I like that.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
like it. I like it too.
How many times do you think you've heard me say I need to get a good pencil set?
1,000.
Yes.
Why, did you get one?
No,
What are the other Lucky Charms? Isn't there like a star? Isn't there like an orange star or something?
I think there is now.
So there's definitely a clover, Lucky Charms. Definitely a rainbow. There's a horseshoe. I don't know if do I have room to put in a horseshoe? All right, I'm gonna stop the share. Let's see what everybody did. I usually want to see, Toby, you want to show yours first? Whoa, dude, you got to be pretty happy with that. That is one huge gold coin. Just kidding.
Yes.
That
Nice,
sea,
Toby.
and the clouds are great. Nice. All
I
right,
like
well
how you
done.
did your clover.
Liam, let's see it, boss. You did
Nice.
good.
You
Hold
might
that.
want to pen because the leaves are really bright. They're really, really bright.
Oh, there's Toby's brother.
Hold that up. Hold
He's
that down
crying
a
now.
little. And freeze.
Dude, look at your leprechaun. That guy's the man.
Got
Are you
it.
kidding me? That
Got
thing's
it.
great.
And I love its rosy cheeks.
Yeah, I'll think
Yeah,
of
that rainbow. Nicely done, Liam.
Amelia, you want to see? You want to show? Good job, Liam. Like, awesome. Replace pin.
Okay, bring that up a tiny bit. Yep, freeze right there.
Yeah, that. I mean,
Nice.
that's St. Patrick's Day if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, and I like how you constructed your clovers.
Yeah, the clovers are brilliant.
Yeah.
Well done, people. Rohan and Kieran, what are you up to? Let's see what the rainbow, Sonic the Rainbow looks like.
We're not done yet.
Stacy, did you get anything done?
I did.
Anjali, let's see yours. Hold on.
I'm not fully finished, but
Okay.
Oh,
Oh my. That
Hold that
rainbow,
still,
that is the rainbow
Anjali.
of champions.
wow.
And it's a very respectful leprechaun. He seems like a nice guy. Yes, well done. Oh my goodness, that's so good.
Nice.
That makes me so happy. All right, Stace, you're up.
Okay.
And then, gentlemen, finished or not, we're gonna have to wrap it up. Stacy, I cannot believe you. That is so good.
Oh, thank you.
That's really interesting. That reminds me, it could be like a label, or it could be like a pattern for clothes or something.
Thank you. You are
Oh.
too kind.
I mean,
just got a rainbow.
let's see the, oh yeah, let's see that one. Replace pin.
Oh,
Emma, one last thing.
Amelia, I didn't get to see that.
Okay, done.
Kieran and
Oh, okay.
Rohan, what can I see? Is
Very
anybody,
good.
either of you guys want to
Thank
show?
you.
I have to go. Bye. Thank you.
Dude, that's so good. All right, Shirley, we'll see you later. That thing is
Oh,
awesome.
hold on, Kieran.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow. You've got some color going on. You've got a lot of energy
It's a
going into
rainbow
that pot of gold.
explosion. A rainbow explosion.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow.
All right, how about your brother?
And I like that horseshoe.
I'm not done though.
Okay.
That's okay. Oh,
Nice
it's raining
leprechaun.
coins.
Dude, that leprechaun. And that's actually, that is a reasonable fire tip. It looks like the fire is moving. How is that happening? You see the
It's
tip?
raining coins.
Wow. Wow.
These
Good
are all
stuff, man.
wonderful.
All right. I'm not sure. Somebody, I think it was Amelia, said that she's not sure if she's going to be here next week, but I'm not sure either. But hopefully we'll see you next week.
Anjali, were you finished? Did we get yours? We did. We did. Yes. 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 Thank you.
I finished putting his pants on.
He's not just a floating torso. That's
Hey,
good. Good.
Say hi to Miss Mina for me.
See, I knew there was something that wasn't complete, Anjali, in
I'm
your
finally
drawing.
putting hands.
He's done. Nice hand.
Hi.
That's a good hand. All right, see everybody. God bless.
Thank you